I'm not. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's a good idea. We'll see if it actually paid off.
Biggest thing I can think of with pre-filling the roles is just unless you're just going to reiterate what is already on the sheet when it gets to it, we'll just have to double it back ourselves.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like what I can do very easily now is just screenshot the rosters for like slimes and golems because that's the first encounter we're gonna do, and then I'll just post that in read text chat. Yeah, but it's. I mean, it's really more like a body check. It's more important to just know that we have people doing the roles. Like the exact room isn't like critical. Yeah, I'll just let's fill. I don't care anymore. Yeah. Right. It's just ABC slimes to EF golems.
What
And
roles are actually what
yeah,
roles are still needing to be filled even?
Caster in Bravo, and that's it. We just have Caster and Bravo and 2 flex slots. I'll unlock those. I'll just unlock the Flare Star slot. We don't need a Flare Star. Oops. Still need a Caster and Bravo.
Hello.
Welcome in. Yeah, I mean, like, the thing with Flare Star is you need to be good at playing Flare Star. You need to be good at playing Black Mage for it to do comparable or better damage to a melee DPS. So it's like, it's just not worth it unless you're actually good at playing the job.
Not only that, but the changes to Black Mage and Dawn Trail might make it
Yeah,
equal to
Literally
melee.
garbage.
Well, no, it's just going to be hard to use. Sorry, I'm unlocking slots for anyone's confused why they can't join right now. Yeah, it's mainly like you need an ether kit to even cast Flare Star during Fauna Magic.
You know, if you're familiar enough with the server tick, you don't need the ether kit. It just really helps if you are not that familiar with the server.
Yeah,
familiar
no,
with
like
the server tick.
currently you can do the Manatick stuff. It's just we don't know in Dawn Trail if they're removing Manatick MP generation.
Yeah, you won't have that. You won't have the mana to help you. It's just gonna be farm ticking you down and nothing else. Even if you're an ice.
Yeah, okay. We have all physical batteries. We have Fauna Magic plus Excellence targets at Queen's Guard, Trinity Avowed, and the Queen. We currently have 1 magical battery at Trinity Avowed. So the open batteries that we don't have, open Excellence target slots, are magical at the Queen and magical at Queen's Guard. They're not like necessary to clear the instance, but you know, some people have fun doing the excellent stuff, so I don't mind setting up a role for it. Yeah, also, if you're like, since we have the physical stuff, I can actually do yeah, I guess you just don't look at the caster loadout. I'll delete the caster loadout. Yeah, this one. Yeah, but like melee DPS and physical range DPS especially, those loadouts in raid text chat are like an alternative that you can use. Mimic is sort of like a little bit of a rare action, but that will allow you to do a more powerful opener for the last 2 fights. Alright, we'll see if anyone else is on the way. Otherwise... can we do to shuffle parties around? Probably push like William and Irene into Bravo Charlie maybe. We'll see. Like I know Nina's on the way. Yeah. Okay, we're getting shockingly close to full, so I'll just I'll wait it out. We'll go in with full 48 out of 48. It's gonna be awesome. Dude, I mean, I like the sound of my keyboard. My scroll wheel actually kind of disgusts me, so I wish the scroll wheel was quieter. But yeah, maybe I'll just turn down the gain or something. Damn, you guys haven't seen 40 out of 48 because you haven't seen the whole wide world of DRS. There is like, I don't know, 3 anyprogs a week at least, outside of Lego Steppers that hit 48 out of 48. Okay, yeah, I should actually just set up my holster before I forget. Yeah, as a reminder, like, the way that the holsters are set up is like, you know, you have a set of actions that you activate immediately upon entering the instance. Like your starting lost actions plus your essence plus your re-raiser. And then you can fill back up to full with the actions that you're going to use over the course of the rest of the encounters. So, like, you can prepare some of that. I know some people like to do, like, save and load set. I personally just start with the full holster that I'm using, and then, like, just subtract things to fit in my pre-pop.
It's a funny sight.
Yeah. Oh, and the other thing is you can keybind your lost actions. It's like lost actions are really important. I'm not exactly sure why the reason some people don't press them is. Maybe they just forget, or it's they have to click them or something. But like lost actions actually like increase your damage by like 50% or more if you're using them properly. So like in slash keybinds settings, if you like scroll all the way, or like hotbar, scroll all the way down, you can directly assign hotkeys to duty action 1 and duty action 2. Duty action 1 is on the right hand side, duty action 2 is on the left hand side. You can also go into actions and traits under like general. Duty action 1 and duty action 2, you can drag those to a hotbar and just click on them normally. Or button press, etc.
I wish I could use I wish I could instance into Boda while waiting in Party Finder.
Yeah, if you want to like spend clusters or something. But you know, like, yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think it's worth like leaving the alliance and going in, because just the people outside in any given run have so many fragments in their inventory that, you know, it's just easier. It's less of a pain to just trade it to the people that we need.
Yeah, it's more I just want to hit a training dummy because
Oh
haste
yeah,
good.
right. Oh yeah, like your level 80 rotation. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna instance in shortly after we get our last member, who might be Lorianne, world renowned.
Yep.
I'm gonna send out a ready check just to make sure that everyone's here. We're instancing in imminently once we get our 48th person.
If Overworld spiking dummies had level sync options, I would do the Lonosei striking dummy.
Yeah. There's like Stone Sky Sea with certain eye level sync. That's
But you
sort of
can't
like
do that while you're
weak.
in a party, can you?
Yeah, it's probably duty locked as well. Oh right, I didn't assign a duelist yet. Yeah, no one wants to prog the duel. It looks like, so you can go ahead and like roll random. If you like, William can duel. Oh, and by roll random, I mean like you can type /dice. But yeah, if no one else is interested in dueling, then it's just gonna go to William by default. Okay, so we are currently waiting on our 48th plus Nina.
Bard duel sounds fun.
Oh god. I think Bard Duel is one of the most painful. It's also so dumb. Unlike Queen's Guard.
You say one of the most painful, but Astro exists.
Yeah. Astro Dancer is equally painful, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never dueled on Bard, so.
Yeah, it's more about your DPS being contained in personal compared to raid damage.
Yeah. Lorian's, oh, gonna hop on a tank. Let's go. All right. Okay, Nina is BRB Bio. Pretty sure you can enter as like Marauder or something. I said that is really pain.
You can yeah, you can't even use essences on classes, so
Ain't no
Let's
way.
stop.
Once we go in, I think there's no going back. So, I mean, you know that could be like a meme run. I could just have someone go in on a base class and just actually survive, so they could have a logged kill on Marauder. Yeah, all right.
you would
Sending out
you
one
would
more
need
ready check.
to, like bubble. You would need to like bubble everyone. I
Yeah.
don't Actually,
Well, I mean,
but you
it's
can't
just the
even bubble
damage is terrible.
because the bubble skill is not.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
You need someone with a job zone to bubble your non-job zone people. All right, we're going in. We're going in. Maybe. When Millie says yes to the ready check, William's probably getting ready to duel. That's fine. And when Nina gets back. Okay. If there's a job swap that we need to do, we'll do that in front of the Queen's Guard.
Nice switch with another E party physical range. It might be better for you to take a melee even.
Okay. I'm assuming Millie's here, William's here, Nina's back. We're just going in. Yeah, 3 healers, whatever. As long as every party has a caster and a dervish, I actually do not care what the party composition is. So yeah, we're gonna go in and hit stuff.
E party can use second hit.
47 out of 48. Please click commence. And all right, 47 in voice. I don't know. See, like 47 in voice is a time where the nickname requirements are actually good because you can kind of figure out, you can narrow it down by party and figure out who's missing. But I can't be bothered. All right, anyway, yeah, welcome to DRS. And so, yeah, enjoy the opening cutscene. It does have like a little sneak preview of some of the Savage exclusive stuff. And once we are released from the gate baby jail, the starting ethereal interference, you can yeah, this is the one and only chance you have to refill lost actions at the Lost Finds cache box. So those glowing teleport pads are one-way jump pads. So you do not want to jump on those until you've confirmed all of your actions and essences, and all teams are ready. Okay, and then Jagged's got Excellence, Fun, and Power. So for those interested in mimicking. So yeah, Mimic is a really cool action.
Mark him. I need to find him in the pile.
Aw.
Oh, right, never mind. They're ready. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so Mimic's a really cool action, right? So it's 12 weight. You slot it in. It has 1 charge. So what you do is you target another player. You can look at you can mouse over the Reminiscence buff, and it shows you what actions they have equipped. And then you can press Mimic, and that gives you the actions that your target has slotted. It gives you both of them at full charges. So we can use that to smuggle a bunch of really high weight, really heavy and powerful actions to multiple bosses. Yeah, it's also like cheaper than actually holding Excellence, or like slotting it in. Yeah, because like the whole thing with like doing openers DRS is that like you use Excellence once and you slot over it. So normally in the overworld you never do that because Excellence costs 100,000 gil to slot in, because it's like 50,000 gil per fragment thing. But DRS, we just do it because we want to do as much damage as possible at any cost. Yeah, okay. Yeah, rend armors are assigned. Rend armor is sorry, first rend armor is Danny Dememe. Second rend armor is Ciel Solicia. Okay. Yeah, actually, like I assigned reflect, but we also have enough people that we can just YOLO reflect. This is great. This is awesome. Okay, but yeah, apply your re-raiser, apply your essence. You can do a starting action check at the time. Check that the people in your party are, they're wearing sensible actions. And also for any casters who are like who are new to DRS, like I would strongly recommend using a Lost Chain spell instead of Lost Fauna Magic. So that will allow you to bring a lot more resistance re-raisers. You will not need to worry about your mana out. If you do not have if you're not chugging literally 1 ether kit per usage of Font of Magic, you will just run out of mana and be unable to cast spells. Wait, William, wait. Are you the only Fizz ranged in your party? Huh? Yeah, anyway, you shouldn't plan on having to Dervish as the duelist. We can swap you into a different party after the duel. Okay. Yeah, so once again, once you've stepped away from the cache, that is a good time to confirm that your holster is actually full of actions. So you clicked on it, you looked inside, and it has everything you need. Yeah, the magic excellence situation is sort of dire. I'm not sure if anyone wanted to do Queen Battery, etc. I mean, it's still worth it, even if only one person is using the excellence, I guess. So. Oh, you have Templar and no Divine and Holster. Do you have Divine Essences? Period. Yeah, like the best thing you can do in DRS as a healer is use Lost Arise, which is impossible if you do not have the pure essence of the Divine. Yeah, it's not Raffi, obviously. Like we got 1 Templar. Yeah, okay. Well, oh, okay. Hang on. So I gotta invite William now, right?
It does have to be yeah, it should be a Fizz range leaving, because otherwise we'll have 3 fucking Fizz ranged.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, because William's not dervishing, so William just gets ultra pumped the dance
Right,
partner.
but the other party won't have a fizz range. I think.
Oh.
Yeah, he was our fizz ranged in F.
Okay, that shouldn't have been.
I'll
well-
go then since it looks like Sadu and Demi are together.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Slash leave doesn't work. Invite me, whoever that was, and invite Jagged back to A.
All right, we got Jagged. Fight.
I don't know what party it was, but invite Elliot, please.
Yeah. So whichever party is 7 out of 8, go ahead and invite Eliwin. Yeah. Yeah. If you're not, if. Right. Yeah, if you don't want a caster battery, then that's fine. It's just a luxury. Also, I'm not sure how many people are even. Okay.
Wait.
Yeah. Alright, anyway, box is, well, I guess box is not clear yet. Give it a moment.
Greedy, I got moved into a Golems party. That's fine, right? Because you had me as Southwest Slime, but since it's 48,
Oh, yeah,
I think you're
that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
We got plenty of people. Okay. Oh, yeah. So whoever the... Actually, you know what? We will... There's a Templar. It probably won't be a problem. Cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay, yeah, it's just Eliwin at the box. Let's go ahead and have all parties run ready checks. Let's try to drop down pretty soon. Not yet, of course. We'll slash art check in parties, put it in chat, and yell or shout chat. And your party is 8 out of 8. Oh, C missing 1. Yeah. Oh, no, never mind, I see. Second healer. Alright, Syntax is inviting Nina, it sounds like. And Vanla is inviting, like, Nausa, I think. That's the only person who's out of party. Alright, they're in. Cool. Charlie, ready. Foxtrot, Echo. Okay, Delta not ready. Alpha ready. Alright. Alpha Bravo. Charlie. Echo Foxtrot. Okay, waiting on Delta. Delta's ready. We're gonna hop down. Yeah, other couple things to note. I'll try to keep that animation like under 10 minutes. But you need to go AFK for an extended period of time. Like a 10-minute AFK timer. So you're completely inactive in the game for 10 minutes to get ejected in the instance. So that's why if you see a macro that says wheel check or slash DM bubbles you or something, that's an indicator to your characters who got kicked. Also, Demi has chain spell. Oh, but actually, just Demi have re. All right, D is ready again. Let's go ahead and drop down. Alpha Bravo Charlie down onto the left jump pad. Delta Echo Foxtrot down onto the right hand side jump pad. if you're in parties, Delta, Echo, and Foxtrot, you also need to jump down a voice channel to the Golem Gulag gang, where you'll receive directions from Raffi. Now, I'm gonna speak to Slime Side. I hope the pad doesn't shut off while I fix my holster. And we're gonna go. All right. All right. So we're just gonna quickly confirm some room positions. Room 1 in the northwest, room 2 in the east, room 3 in the southwest, room 4, or sorry, room 3 in the southeast, room 4 in the southwest. And yeah, I got one more person. If you jump down on the east jump pad, you need to also change voice channels to the Gulag gang to receive direction. So currently just speaking to people on west side. Also, I need to no, screw it, I'm not changing my nickname. I'm still in Alliance A. Okay. Williams Percepting, thank you. And I'm going to... Yeah, let's see, our remaining hallway tanks. Yeah, Sada will be at the north, and we also got Cal... I'm not sure Kal-El is even in the raid. Okay. Yeah, okay, looks good. DPS, you're splitting up evenly among the 4 rooms. Bright Slap here. Okay, Bright Slap. Yeah, you'll be in the southeast room. You'll be with 3. Actually, yeah, this works. Perfect. All right, cool. So we got rooms sorted, and I just have some markers as guidance. Yeah, welcome to Slime Side. So I should actually explain what we're doing. We are merging green slimes, viscous clots, onto the green glowing pads in the rooms. So the people who are responsible for this are the tanks and healers. So, so the goal of the encounter is to have a very big slime die on each of the 4 green glowing pads at the same time. So the way we're going to do this is that healers in your rooms are going to be pulling slimes one at a time from the center hallway. You can pull them with just your regular GCD spell and drag it back to the entrance to your room, where the tank in your room will pull it off you with their ranged attack and drag it onto the pad where they will be centered. Okay. Yeah, so healers will continue grabbing slimes one at a time from the center hallway. Tanks will continue grabbing slimes one at a time off their healers. And when 2 slimes are close to each other, they begin to cast fusion when they're close to each other and aggroed to a target. So when that fusion completes and the slimes are close together, they merge, they increase in size, and they gain a stacking buff. So the one that we need to keep track of, or I guess you can keep track of any of the buffs, but the one that we usually use is HP boost. So that'll start after the first merge, it'll go up to +1. And for each additional slime that gets merged, it'll go up again. It'll go up to +2, and then +3. And then finally, wait, okay, these parties are so cursed. Sorry, I got sidetracked. So yeah, tanks, you're merging slimes until you read the buff. It says +4. So that means you got a total of 5 slimes, they merge together, and so they have an HP boost +4. The next slime that you pull and merge will cause it to start rupturing on the spot. So it'll merge up to +5. It'll become immobile, like you won't be able to move it. It'll start long casting Rupture, and when that cast finishes, the slime dies on the pad. So the goal is for that final merge to happen at the same time in all 4 rooms. So you can, for example, like basically tanks, when you got a +4 slime, the slime is HP boost +4. You can indicate to the raid that you're ready by putting in yell chat your room direction is 4+1. So that'll indicate that you have a +4 slime. Your healer is holding the final 1, so you're ready to merge. Yeah, and that's about it. Once we do the final merge, we'll wait for the fusion to complete, and then we're gonna head out to the northeast corner of the north bridge. Basically, we're gonna outrange the rupture. The slimes will die on the pad, and we will be safe. So yeah, there's no need to actually kill the green slimes at any point. So yeah, don't go nuts DPSing DPSing the green slimes or anything. They don't actually need to die. We're ranching the green slimes. Okay. So meanwhile, DPS in rooms. And actually, I'll go over just hallway tanks last. But this is like, yeah, our hallway tanks have the simplest job. Okay. Wait, Faputa is in alliance? What the hell is happening?
I was making a joke. That Avatar and Syntax always join Alliance F.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, alright. Yeah. So DPS in rooms, you also have a very important responsibility. You're dealing with a different type of slime. The Sanguine Clot, the red slime. So the Sanguine Clots drop in rooms. They are very dangerous. We need to... they cannot be allowed to merge at all costs. As if they merge, they will come like virtually unkillable. They'll start like 1 or 2 shotting people, and it basically cascades into a wipe. This is very easily avoided by DPS in the rooms. When you see the Sanguine Clot, you hit it, and then you kill it. So actually, these are what the markers are for. After you hit the Sanguine Clot, you'll take it to the corner of your room, where the waymark is, and just hit it with the rest of the DPS in your room until it dies. The red slimes spawn at quite a rapid pace. Don't be shy. Just toss your range attack, toss your spear, your NP, your jolts, or like Ruin 3 or whatever. Just hit the red slime, take it to the corner where your marker is, and kill it dead. You will not need to use any lost actions to keep up with the red slimes spawning as long as you're just pressing buttons on them. But yeah, just kill the red slimes and make sure they stay away from any of the tanks. And also for the tanks in room, you want to like kind of avoid using area of effect attacks. The red slimes fixate on the first target to like attack them or generate threat on them, which means that like if the tank accidentally grabs it, then it's sort of like awkward because then the red slime and the green slime are like close together. Yeah, that can get ugly. So, right, yeah, I want DPS to be the first ones to tag them. Okay. Does anyone have questions about what they need to do? Or did anyone see a question that didn't get answered? Yeah, we can use yell chat to communicate. Yeah, once again, I'll just I'll redo the markers. Oh yeah, all right, there are traps. Okay, but we're gonna percept the traps and try not to run into them. 1 marker to the northwest room, 2 marker to the northeast room, 3 marker to the southeast room, and 4 marker to the southwest room. Right. Oh yeah, hallway tanks. So north and south, they're basically just there's a very simple ad called the Bojin Soldier that spawns, and basically you just want to hit it as soon as it spawns so it doesn't start running towards one of the tank rooms. The only thing that the Bojin Soldier does is that it has a point-blank AoE. It's just an orange circle, and whatever it hits, it knocks back. So that can cause a little bit of chaos. You can stun the Bojin soldiers to interrupt that. Otherwise, just you can just kill them where they stand.
Real quick, sorry. Is it safe to heal the room tanks? Or should they
yes, yeah. So yeah, like healers in rooms do use single target heals to keep your tanks alive. Tanks, you can please avoid using single target heals. The major risk there is that you can generate aggro on engaged enemies, such as the Bojin soldiers in the hallway. If you need to heal to keep yourself alive, then please do so. You can turn off your tank stance to heal. That's something you can try. But in general, just this is not like a DPS focused encounter, so pretty much tanks are just juggling aggro and positioning slimes onto the pads. And healers will be bringing slimes to them and keeping them healed. That's about it. Okay. And I hope Golem Side wasn't using the markers for anything. I'm changing them again. Alright, so traps, right? Actually, let's just go ahead and run ready checks. Yeah, we're going to percept traps. I'll just go over their general location. What to expect, but yeah, please run ready checks in parties. Report in yell chat when party is ready. Okay, Alpha ready. Charlie ready. Waiting for Bravo ready. And yeah, so the traps, there are a total of 3. There's 1 explosion trap in the center hallway. Bravo ready. Okay, and also Oh yeah, where are the traps right now? Like southwest, southeast, mid, north. Do you have info? North. Okay, southeast, mid, north. All right. Okay, and actually, yeah, you can. I guess Vanley can blow it up. No problem there. All right. So a total of 3 traps. They appear either to the west or to the east of the pad in the room. Oh, okay. Golem says no percepts. That's pretty funny. Yeah, that should be fine. They have enough. They have enough tanks to do it, I think. Yeah. Okay. So but actually, William, can you come to right where I'm jumping at this like 5th brick, and cast Percept? Do you sense the trap in southeast? Okay, so that means there's probably a trap near in southeast room. All right. Okay. Yeah, so funny enough, Golem side is having to improvise, so I can go over a little bit more in detail what I skipped over. So yeah, the traps, there will be 1 explosive trap in the center hallway. There's another poison trap and another explosive trap split between the 4 rooms. Maximum of 1 trap per room. So far, we've pre-percepted. We can detect when a trap is in range. So William has determined that there is a trap in the southeast room. There's also a trap in one of the 2 north rooms. So do not enter your room until the room has been percepted. Tanks, you also have the option to blow up the trap. So you can run a trap sweep by when you get to the entrance to your room, you can press your invuln, press your sprint, and run front to back across your pad. So that's directly west to east or directly east to west, depending on the room orientation. If you do that, you will cover both possible trap spawn locations and make it safe for your room to enter. So you may blow up, you may not blow up. And then healers will probably just need to look out to make sure that you get healed back up or cleanse the poison. Yeah, if you do run into a poison trap, that's what the regular antidotes are used for. They can, yeah, I mean, like, in general, like, running into a poison trap is not an expected scenario, except for maybe a tank. But they're good to have on any roll, just if you accidentally get poisoned, then you can cleanse it and die. Golem's ready. All tanks stance on. Counting down. Oh. Counting dawn. Alright. So you can use raid food here if you want. I don't know. It might help for the tanks a little bit. Well, we'll open the door at 0. And then William's going to go ahead and percept mid, southeast, north, or something. Tanks, again, just be careful entering your rooms. If you want to sweep, then make sure you activate your invuln before entering the room. Alright. Don't run ahead of William. Alright. And red slimes have dropped. DPS, please, yeah, carefully tag him, and then, drag him to the corner and kill him. Yeah, so make sure you drag those red slimes to the waymark in your and DPS him down. And William, I can't remember which room you were in, but you can just hang out at anywhere, I guess. Just out of the center hallway. Yeah, and then tanks, yeah, you're just, yeah, we can kill this green plot south. Yeah, just healers, you're feeding slimes one at a time to your tanks. Same plots are out. DPS, please tag him, drag him to the corner, and kill them. So I'm not sure what happened in... Oh, yeah, I see the... Yeah, so tanks, just make sure you have those slimes centered on the pad. Yeah, DPS, if you see a single plot, they need to tag it in right away. Single plots are out. DPS, please tag them, bring them to the corner of your room, and kill them. Alright, and again, room tanks, once your slime reaches +3, +4, it's going to start dealing more damage. Once it reaches +4, you need to pause merge, because the next slime that you pull will cause a rupture. So once your slime is +4, you gotta indicate to your team you've got a +4 slime ready. So yeah, it should be fine. Okay, red slimes are out. DPS tag him to take him to the corner and kill him. We got southeast 4+1, northwest 4+1. Healers, keep yourselves healed. Healers, keep your tanks healed. Don't worry about this clock. Southeast. Northwest 4+1. Waiting for northeast. Northeast 4+1. All rooms are ready. Tanks, target your final viscous clot. And provoke. Merge, merge, merge. I'm just gonna... Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay, never mind. I don't need to do anything. Wait for those, yeah. Slimes are centered, looking good. Fusion, 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 fusion. Alright, everyone, avoid the trap in the middle room. Exit your rooms, and we're gonna run all the way out the north hallway into the east end of the bridge. Thank you for calling Rupture. Probably hit the Potion Soldier too much. My Reaper buddy isn't able to build enough gauge. Anyway, yeah, that's something that you should do to the best of your ability. Build gauge on the trash encounters, as that will allow you to open up stronger on the following boss. Alright, very nicely done. One-shot slimes. Yeah, it seems like, I don't know, it feels like I always, like, we dally around at the box for a really long time. We were figuring out some party swaps, but... Anyway, I don't like reinstancing due to slime wipe, so... Well done, everyone. Also, it seems like Golem Slide had to improvise an intercept plan, but...
Yeah,
nice
I
job.
managed. I improvise. I did good.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing
Well,
went
I
wrong.
improvised. People helped me, but we managed. It was great.
Yeah, let's go. Okay. Okay. Alright, our main tank is Fapuda Shikyo. Please turn off your tank stance if you are not Fapuda. If you started in Mimic, identify the targets, or identify the players with the actions that you need in order to get ready to mimic them. And yeah, so welcome to Trinity Seeker, the first boss of DRS proper. Trinity Seeker is very similar to normal mode, a lot faster, it has fewer tells. Everything will be called out on the fly. So I guess I'll just quickly mention Seasons of Mercy. It's like the first mechanic that we'll see, and it gets a lot of people because it has a lot of parts. So it's ice on the ground, crisscross, dodges stuff on the ground. There's an orb. You have to look away from the orb. Strategy for this: if you look at the orb, then you get petrified and you'll probably die. So in order to be safe, you turn away and you look at the wall. And if you see the orb in front of you, then you turn away again. So just make sure you're not looking at the orb. Then dodge ice, look away from orb, dodge ice again, and finally get away from the flower, which expand in size dramatically. Other than that, just do your best to follow calls, stay sharp on your toes. There are a lot of overlapping mechanics. Do not fall asleep. Okay. Other than that, if you're ready, please get on the Bravo waymark, and we will shortly. So yeah, if you're, yeah, I'm generally going to try to do, like, waymark dance ready checks, if that makes sense. Don't go AFK in front of the purple line. That is my recommendation. I'm assuming anyone's here. So let's go ahead and start a countdown. 30 seconds on the board. Right. So again, check your tank stance. Fapuda will be pulling. First thing the boss is going to do is a raid wide. Then we're going to see fourfold mercy. So that's sword slashes telegraphed by the glowing swords, and I'll call it the safe sides of the boss to stand on. That may sound like left, right, right, or something. Actually, on safety square. Raid wide. Someone's doing an opener. Okay.
Coming up on fourfold Mercy here. Mercy fourfold. And it's left, left, right, right. Start on the left-hand side of the boss, crossing over after the second slash. I'll count. After this, it's the orb thing. Seasons. All right, here we go. 1, 2, cross over, and then look away from the orb and get away from the flower. Yep, flower resolves last. Look away from the orb. Dodge ice. All right, and get close to the boss. Close to the boss. You need to be underneath the boss. Phase is at 80% HP. Sides are unsafe. Be underneath the boss to be safe. Tanks up front. Tanks towards Fapuda. You're taking a shared tank buster. First thing that happens. Have you died and bounced? Try to pop another re-raiser. Shared buster. Pop a cooldown. Everyone away from front. Faputa needs to be alone. Solo buster. Or actually, I mean, it doesn't do any damage to the first target it hits. But it's really funny if it hits anyone else. If they go flying into the wall. Alright, solo buster. Yeah. We were going to remain stacked for chains. Chains are going to appear. Wait for chains to appear and then break them. Wait for chains to appear. Wait for the chains to appear. Wait for the debuff. Okay, break your chains and get knocked into a barricade. Be in front of a barricade. Get knocked into a barricade. Oh yeah. Also, make sure you're using like your Tier 4 to buff your party. That's a big bravery bonus. 10% damage up. Stack up near the center of the arena, or Ifrit dashes. Hold your burst. Hold your burst. Headed out towards C. Headed out towards Charlie. Okay. Then we're going to rotate behind the barrier at 1. Behind the barrier at 1. And behind the barrier. Don't go past the barrier. Behind the barrier. Behind the barrier. And this is a burst window. Stack up on 1. Line stack. Shared damage. This is shared damage here. Use your burst. Dervish. Cure 4. And yeah. Every time you take damage, every time your party takes, make sure you pop that Lost Cure 4 for a caster in your party. Okay, there's gonna be some orange lines on the ground. Get out of the orange lines. And be on yellow sand. Yellow sand? Be on yellow sand. Also, the boss is phasing immediately after this. Get intercardinal of the boss. Intercardinal of the boss is doing a plus-shaped attack. Intercardinal of the boss. Be a wave. You do not know how big the plus is. The boss is jumping center. And we're also going to center up because there are more Ifrit dashes into fourfold Mercy. So outside of the arena is going to explode. Baleful Firestorm. Getting out towards the barrier at 1. Out towards the barrier at 1. We're rotating clockwise. And when we get back, I think that's a crossover. There's right, left, left, right. Start on the right-hand side of the boss. And we're crossing over after the first and third slash. 1, crossover. 2, 3, crossover again. And then look away from the orb and get away from the flower. Look away from the orb first. And then get away from the flower. There's a little intermission here. If you died and bounced, remember to pop a re-raiser. So break these chains. You can do some party mitigation here. Feint, Addle, Reprisal, and Dismantle. Those are very useful tools. This is a raid-wide. Feint, Addle, Reprisal, and Dismantle. That's a good habit. Those 4 abilities, there's no downside to using them, really. Yeah. Okay, also coming up on a burst window a bit here. Oh, Solo Buster. Heal Fafuda. Okay, fine. Go ahead and burst. Coming up is a Sand and Stone and Fourfold Mercy. Dodge close to the boss. Okay, left, left, right, right. Start on the left-hand side of the boss, crossing over after second slash. Be on stone. Boss's hitbox is stone. Be on stone. 1, 2, crossover and end on sand. Boss stone and on sand. Okay, 1 more and then seasons. Just try to kill the boss here. Be on sand again. Sand. Boss's hitbox is stone. Dodge seasons. It's ice and then lines. And then orange lines and then flower. Dodge the ice first, then the lines, and then the flower. Alright, this is why we have a rise. So raid wide here. Feint, Addle, and Reprisal. Okay, and we will pick up our dead. Meanwhile, do not go ahead because there are traps up ahead. Our duelist shall percept for traps. A total of 6. Oh, is this the god pattern? Oh, okay, it's one off from the god pattern. Okay. Yeah, do not go straight ahead. That glowing pad is it only takes one person to the duel encounter. If you're not prepared, you will just die. Okay, and healers. I can quickly mention our resurrection protocol. In order to spread out plates of Lost Arise among our healers, like stand on a body before you break a new plate. Then you can use your 5 charges to attempt to raise the body, and then step off of it. If you see a healer already standing on a body, they're gonna attempt to arise. If you died and got back up, now is the time to pop another re-raiser. Oh yeah, and there's also I didn't talk about the loot yet. Personal spoils. There are some pure essence fragments at the bottom of the stairs. Grab those yet. There's also the Savage exclusive loot, Runner's Plating Footgear, that drops from Trinity Secret.
When do you want me to take over for Dahu?
Oh,
Yeah, I've
well, we're still waiting for the duel to begin. Also,
Okay.
I'm trying to figure something out here. Sorry, one sec. Yeah, so do not engage Dahu. We are waiting for the duel to begin. Alright, yeah, duelist is still setting up for the duel. Okay, do not pull Dahu. I recommend staying far to the back of the arena. Oh yeah, also, right, Rafi's going to be calling Dahu. I mean,
Take over now?
yeah, sure. Just wondering. I mean, we don't really need markers. We're not going to see the mechanic.
I'll place the
Or need-
markers anyway.
All right, yeah. I'll leave it to you if you got the markers. I
Yeah.
failed to find them.
Let
Again,
me
do not pull
check.
Dahu. Also, yeah, I'm going to hand it over now.
Actually, I don't have the markers for Dahu. Let me just place them manually.
Here,
Oh, there
here,
we
here,
go.
here.
I'm steal that. Let me save that and take a note. Okay, cool. This is Dahu. Pretty much it's the same as normal mode, but kind of boosted. We're not going to do a countdown. Just go past the purple line once you're ready, please. So everyone is past it. We're going to pull. I see 2 people, 3 people. Oh, that's a duelist party. Let's wait for them. Okay, cool. Pull. Let's go. Alright, first up is going to do a bunch of puddles. You just need to dodge them. Nothing too complicated. It's going to do, I believe, 4 sets. Here's the first one. Second set. 3 and 4. Next up, he's going to dash. Not be in front of him. He's going to dash twice. Do not be in front of him. He's going to dash twice. He's dashing again. Be close to him. He's doing a cone. Dodge that cone. We're going to bring back Dao in the middle afterwards. In the middle. Alright, lions will be coming out. There'll be lines around the arena. If you know the secret technique, if you're range, you can do it. Otherwise, just dodge the line. We're going to see number mechanics. If you have 1, 2, 3, or 4, go to 1, 2, 3, or 4. Pretty easy. You need to create safe spot for the entire raid. Next up is after that is going to be Shockwave. Same as normal. I see a 4. Shockwave are coming up. Dodge that and then run to the other side. Run now. We'll need to get knocked back into a safe spot. Any safe spot. It is going to be 1 or south. Actually, 1 or south. Get knocked back. We are getting back on Dahu. He's going to do Fire Breath. We need to dodge 5 of them. Gaster, Fizz Range, you can stand on the second one. That's 1. That's 2. You can stand there. 3, 4, and 5. Ads are going to spawn. Tanks pick them up. We're going to AoE them down. We got some downtime. Just focus on the ads. They're coming. They're coming. Trust me. You can start AoEing now. More ads. Alright, now we're gonna get the entire soup maybe, unless we burn the boss. We're gonna see both Puddle and Shockwave. Be wary. Or not, we just killed a lot of fine. Kill Dahu. Go. Thank you.
Alright, thank you for calling Dahu. Yeah, very clean. I like your voice, so if you want to give it a go for Phantom,
sure.
All right, seems like our oh yeah, up ahead is a is a point of no return. So for the people who didn't jump yet, I guess yeah, everyone already jumped, yeah, but that was the last chance if you didn't pick up your runner's playing foot gear to get up. Oh yeah, we're currently waiting for the duel to conclude, so the door is locked. Okay, that is F in chat for the duelist. Our duelist has failed. Our duelist has perished. Thank you for attempting the duel. It seems like you just ran out of health. So, I mean, full cure would have been pretty good in this situation, I have to say. So, I don't know, but anyway, thank you for giving it a shot. And
I was so close, but I didn't know if I. I was so close.
how low did you get it?
9%. I would have killed it, but I didn't. I didn't.
Like the focus tremor, like 3 or something.
It's more like I didn't have enough HP to survive the.
Yeah.
But
like
I
so
could have
wait.
just
What do you get from a duel?
big damage.
Yeah.
I should have been melee instead.
I mean, is there any reward from it or? Not?
Yeah, it unlocks it if they were successful. It unlocks a chest for the entire raid.
Yeah.
So
it's
we're
it's
down a
hand
chest.
token, so
It's not
that's okay.
not that big a deal, really.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I could have just bought a potion kit to keep me alive, but I was confident enough, but I didn't realize it was too much damage for me. Oh well.
Specifically a hand gear token, so
Yeah.
it's whatever.
Okay. So let's see. What shall we do? We still have like parties that are 8 out of 8. Actually, quickly, I just want to check. Can all the casters in your parties just press Cure 4 right now? Can you like prove to me that that is a button that you press? All right, cool. Cure 4 is an extremely important button as it provides your entire party with a 10% damage up. And you can keep full uptime on that since this bravery buff is ticking down. It lasts for 60 seconds. Cooldown on Lost Cure 4 is 5 seconds. So, basically you should be using that liberally to not only heal your party, but provide damage. The reason why I locked slots to have a caster and a physical range in every party, because those are the two foundational buffs, two foundational party damage buffs we use to increase our damage and the rest rages a little bit easier. You definitely want to be using that at least once every minute, and as necessary, heal your party. Okay. Dervish, similar thing. You can use that every 2 minutes with Fauna Power. Or if you have multiple physical range, then just sort of overlap a little bit so that you always have Dervish active. If you see Dervish has less than 30 seconds on it, then the other Dervish will come up in time. Go on. Yeah, also, alright, at the end of this fight, assuming that we clear, just gonna do a quick vibe check. People on the ground. There's, at this point, I think there's just one person just clearly unprepared for the raid. So, yeah, if they're on the ground, then they not be arised. Okay. Otherwise, yeah. I mean, like, if you read the holster spreadsheet, if you brought like just the actions that I asked people to bring, like that is already more than enough preparation. Yeah. If you think I'm talking to you, probably not. Anyway, we're gonna talk about Queen's Guard a little bit. Just real quick, can I get a count of all the people who have, more than 2 light curtains? Say, could all the people with more than 2 light curtains get on the Charlie Way mark? All right. So we got an enormous amount of light curtains. So I'm not going to select that free for all. I will just quickly go over tank assignments, mark tanks. So, okay, and also I'll just have okay, Lorient's here. Can I have Lorient as backup tank for E? And then, yeah, all. So, yeah. Assignments, we have... Alright, so our main tanks are Faputa and Kuro Tengoku. So we fight the bosses in pairs. Faputa will be taking the west boss. That will be the knight in the center, and then the soldier to the west wall. Kuro will be taking the east boss. That will be the warrior to the east wall, and then the gunner in the center. So you'll just have your tank stance on. And the one thing you need to worry about as main tank is that the bosses can follow you. And if the bosses get too close together, roughly like within 8 yalms or something, and then they tether. They're allowed to cast a raid wide while they're close together and tethered. That will one-shot the entire raid. So that is pretty much the most dangerous thing that can happen during guard. And the way to avoid this is 1, stay alive, and 2, save a charge of a gap closers. Immediately after the mechanic finishes, you can dash back to the boss, follow you into another boss. Okay. And Faputa, yeah, the west boss is the one that kind of moves sometimes, so I know Faputa got it on lock. Yeah. Oh, right. The reason why I asked about light curtains. So light curtains are a single-use item. They give you 10 seconds of lost reflect when they don't take up an action slot or anything. So you can actually just directly drag them to your hotbar, and then when it is time to use reflect, simply press the light curtain on your hotbar. It takes a GCD. You might have to spam it a couple times, and use that to gain lost reflect. Okay, all right, and then I'm just gonna mark some other tanks. Sorry. Syntax as chain 1. Vanessa as chain 2. We're just going to try to skip the second set of our spears. But for good measure, 2. So the marked tanks, chain 1, chain 2, ignore 1, ignore 2, are Aurasphere tanks. So just during the final phase, there's some ads that we kill called Auraspheres. You can see in raid text chat, red circles in north and south. They're not actually red in game, but basically you just, when the final phase begins, after you defeated both pairs of bosses, everyone's going to be defeating the Auraspheres. They have a short cast, mini, and rage. So you have to kill it before the cast goes off. Additionally, the tank, or the person with the highest aggro on the Aurasphere will receive an on-death attack. So that attack, indicated by a red spike above your head, hopefully you're a tank, because that on-death attack does about 250,000. When it dies, it's going to attempt to do 250,000 damage to you. So you just press your invuln and survive. So yeah, if you don't get the red spike, then you don't have to invuln. And then we may see a second set if we do not kill the wards fast enough. In that case, the second set of tanks will. That is chain 1 and chain 2 are handling north set, like the north spheres. Ignore 1 and ignore 2 are handling the south sphere. Okay. Choppy. Okay, I'll turn my gain back up. Alright, but hopefully this is a little bit better. If it's still cutting in and out, then it's probably like a network issue. Is it still choppy?
You're completely fine on my end.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just turned up my gain, so hopefully that's a little bit better. Okay, anyway, that was just tank stuff. I'll go over it again. Fight. Oh yeah, but right, the other mechanic that I'm going to talk about is Spellforge. So this is a healer thing. And we are going to... Right, yeah, so during the first pair of bosses, you're going to gain a damage immunity, or like a 99% damage reduction to either physical or magical damage. So, for example, if the bosses tether magic, then that means they have magic resistance. So all of our casters and healers will need Steel Sting to bypass that and deal physical damage. So the way this works is in raid text chat, there's also a chart, but Spellforge will be cast on all tanks and physical damage dealers in general. Steel Sting will be cast on all healers and magic damage dealers in general. And so if you need to swap to the other damage type, if you need to return to dealing your original damage type, you can click off the buff, either like right-clicking it very carefully, or making a macro with status off, lost Spellforge, status off, lost Steel Sting, and so on. Right. So yeah, and then certain jobs also need the correct buff applied at all times. So that is the hybrid damage dealers. Mainly Paladin and Dark Knight, those are the two most important ones. Also Ninja and Red Mage. After that, Reaper. And then Bard is sort of like a meme. It has like 1 or 200 potency worth of magical damage that it needs Steel Sting for, which is about equal in potency to Glare. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, that's pretty much all I wanted to go over. Oh, except for Shield Omen. So the very first mechanic that we're going to see, 50% chance of seeing a hard pattern. So Shield Omen, if you check the diagram in raid text chat, that first thing, it's a knockback from the center of the arena. So you can't be, like the knight is dashing, the knight is on the edge of the arena, dashing through. You cannot be in front of the knight, as that will give you a stack of Thrice Come Ruin. You cannot be opposite the knight, as that is where the ball in the center is going to get knocked to and explode. So what you need to do is you find the knight and you see the tethers. You need to get knocked back towards the sides of the tethers. And then that's in combination, you're getting knocked back to the correct bomb, either big or small. The markers B, C, and D are sort of like... the knockback is just like, it's like a small push. So the most common mistake I see is people are standing in the center of the arena for Shield Omen, and that means you're just gonna get hit by the knight. So be a little bit offset from the center, and then you'll get just pushed a little bit away. Imagine a ring where the Bravo, Charlie, and Delta markers are. You get pushed back from that far into the arena to the outside to safety, to the correct bomb call out. So yeah, bombs can be tethered. You can also be tethered. So depending on which of you in the bombs are tethered, one of you is going to fall first, the other one is going to fall second. You need to go to the correct bomb call out. Bombs are tethered. Tethers to large. or bombs are not tethered, tethers to small. Okay. Everything else will be called out on the fly. We have our physical battery, Rafi Le Beaugenhomme. So if you have 3 mimics, this is where you can slot in mimic to obtain a copy of Excellence plus Fun of Power. Do that. We are not dispelling the bosses, we are mitigating. Go ahead and get on the 3 way mark when you're ready. So this is also another case where the okay, yeah, yeah. This is another case where Faint Owl, Reprisal, and Dismantle are good to use because the warrior is going to cast an empowered raid wide, just reduce damage with our regular mitigation button. Okay, is Lorien ready to go? Okay. 30 seconds on the board. So reapply raid food. If you haven't, raid food is very important for this. It will help you survive the damage. That 10% extra vitality may make the difference. Please apply Spellforge and Steel Sting to your party. Got that sorted. And also, yeah, you can cast like Cure 4 and stuff, Dervish. You can also walk up to these bosses. They don't bite. All right. Okay, they're just gonna do a raid wide here. Blood and Bone. Don't mitigate too hard here, but Cure 4 casters is also a good time to heal up your party by pressing Cure 4. Okay, second raid wide. The bosses jump at 80% HP. All tanks stance off except for Hex 1 and Hex 2. So Warrior is headed to the east wall, around where the A marker is, and then Knight to the center. Okay, immediately we're going to Spellforge and Steel Sting. We are in Spellforge. Click off Steel Sting, need Spellforge. Click off yellow, need purple. If you're dealing physical damage, you're dealing no damage. Okay, and now coming up is the bomb mechanic. So apply Spellforge. If you need Spellforge, then shout. Shield Omen. So this is the hard pattern. And yeah, so right now, if you get tethered, bombs are tethered. Tethers to large, non-tethered to small. You're getting knocked back from the center of the arena. Get knocked back towards the sides of the Knight tether. Tethers to large, non-tethers to small. Get knocked back towards the sides of the tether. If you're tethered, you're gonna fall first. Move to a place where a bomb just exploded. Okay, Knight is high. Focus damage on the Knight. Rend armor on the Knight, if possible. Warrior is boosting. And yeah, main tanks can reprisal. Put some Faint Owl Dismantle on the bosses, especially the Warrior. And Cure 4 is heal up your party. Yeah, focus damage on the Knight. The bosses need to die at about the same time. Rend armor is on the Knight. You do 10% more damage if you hit the boss with Rend armor on it. Rend armor is the third buff other than Cure 4 and Bravery and Dervish. Used to. Bosses are even, split damage. If you're tethered, then you're going to wind. Tethers to wind, non-tethered to lightning. Tethers to swirly wind puddles, non-tethers to lightning. Pop sprint and get close to the Knight. Inside the Knight's hitbox, a little bit to the east. A little bit to the east inside the Knight's hitbox. Okay, use all remaining party mitigation and all damage on the Warrior. Mitigate and Cure 4s heal up your party. Oh. And this is a tank buster. Let's just kill the bosses here. We have a burst window. Oh yeah, so main tanks will also be grabbing the gun turrets during the next phase. I'll just call that out quick, but you just need to enroll sniper shot. This is boss is raging, by the way, so kill it. Okay. Now we're taking soldier to the wall and then gunner to the center. Soldier to the wall first and then gunner to the center. I completely forgot to double dot. Do a little bit more damage to the gunner here. Or I guess actually Rend is on the soldier, so Okay, so the Stadio mechanic. You're going to get a 3/4 circle ring around your character. You need to point that. You need to point your hole to the source of damage, which is first to the gunner in the center, and then to a target on the wall. First, we're going to a safe spot. We're going to the northeast towards a 2 marker. Okay, I really hope I called that right. So, point your hole towards the gunner in the center. Hole towards the gunner in the center and get ready to turn. Okay, turn now to a turret on the wall. Be in front of a turret and turn your hole to a turret on the wall. Okay, tank buster here. Alright, nice job. Okay, now we've got some downtime. The next mechanic is gun turrets. Papata's going to take the west one. Oh, this is a raid wide, by the way. And Kuro Tengoku is going to take the east one. Just grab aggro on it, and when it starts casting a sniper shot, that's when you can press your invoke. Okay, other than that, I'm going to start talking about the final phase. So there's going to be a bunch of reflect spheres that appear around the arena. They're called spiritual spheres. Also, we have a burst window here, so press your buttons. So basically, in order to resolve the spiritual spheres, you're going to find... oh yeah, DPS down these gun turrets, by the way, and main tanks will deal with them. If you have a light curtain, you're going to find a spiritual sphere. When it spawns, press your light curtain and stand on top of it. Just one person per orb. And yeah, they're going to pulse. They're going to do an orange AoE. Because you're reflecting, you reflect back the damage and kill it. Okay, up next is ice or fire. That is motion or stillness. So what do we got? We got motion. Keep moving. Ice. Keep moving. Do not stop to cast. Casting is not moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. All right, you're free to stop. And kill both bosses. So again, this is going to be reflect free for all. We're going to also start spreading out as soon as these bosses kill the soldier. It's going to be slimes that do a rough spread north half of the arena. Golems do a rough spread south side of the arena. And Aura Sphere tanks turn on your tank stance. That is ignore 1 and chain 1. Alright, so go ahead and kill those Aura Spheres. And otherwise, just pop a light curtain and stand in a spiritual sphere. There's a second set of pulses. If you see an unreflected sphere, just run in and hit it. And then slowly approach the ethereal wards. Attack on the sides that are not crusty. Do not attack the hexagonal shields. And coat of arms. Stop attacking. Do not get parried. Do not get reflected. We're going to respect. There's going to be a second set of spheres. Pop a light curtain and stand in the spiritual sphere. And also kill the aura sphere. Okay, and also remember to invuln that, okay, coat of arms, stop attacking. I didn't remember. Alright, burn down these ethereal wards. If you have healer LB3, then just fire it. Okay. So we're just gonna do a quick vibe check here. Okay, yeah, we're doing alright. Okay. Yeah, so the person who just DC'd doesn't seem to have prepared at all for this raid. So we're not going to wait for them or anything, or arise them if they come back dead at any point. Great. Yeah, actually, you can remove that DC party if you want. And then we can send... who could we send? We could probably send, like, Melee and Alpha to fill that. Well, you know, the good thing about bringing 11 Arises per healer is that we can basically recover from anything. Oh yeah, as far as, like, re-raisers go, I mean, of course, like, if you're dying, then eventually you're going to run out. However, up until that point, as soon as you come back to life, that's when you pop another as that will allow you to progress more of the fight, practice more mechanics. Okay, all death resolve. Up ahead at Phantom. Is there anyone who particularly wants to call the fight? Otherwise, I will do.
I will.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll just yeah. I mean, if you are unsure of the pattern, like yeah. If I notice something, then I'll just. It is fine.
You are free to call over me, all that stuff. If I say take over, it's because you take over.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my
I do
gosh,
not-
our assigned banish Millie Juan forgot to bring banish. What are we ever gonna do? Nothing. Bosses. Anyway, yeah, I'll leave it to you, and yeah, we're just waiting for people to cross the.
I don't have any notes on that, and I usually use that, so I'll call it the way I think it is. So we'll see how it goes. We're going to place bet as to where the boss is going to do circle first. Spoiler alert: it's always 4. You are free to use last action here. We're going to need to reslot after this, so use everything you got. We want that Phantom dead. We are. I think everyone is here. I will usually do ready checks here, but I don't know. It's your run, so.
Oh well, yeah, we're all ready. We don't need to do ready checks or anything.
Okay. Let's do a countdown of 30 since we need to use openers and all that stuff. Give it everything you got. Use last action. Use everything. Maybe not potion. It's up to you. I'm not your mom. I don't pay you sub. Use potion if you want. Alright, let's go. Alright, give it everything you got. We need it dead. Patterns are coming. Nah, just kidding. That was raid white. Haha, got him. Definitely on purpose. Anyway, patterns are here. It is 4. It's always 4. We're going to walk manually down the lane. Do watch out. Don't sprint. Don't walk yourself manually. You move faster than the circles. Do watch out. Let's move. Beware you do not walk into the death wall. Otherwise, you'll die. Alright, stop moving here. We're going to wait for one more flash. Move over. We're going to move over to Charlie. We're going to, let's see the pattern. I think we might need to move. Who knows?
It's always Alpha Charlie safe.
Okay. Alright, we're going to wait for 3 flashes and then move over. Just wait for it. Just chill down here and DPS. That's 1. 2. 3, move over. Same thing here. We're going to wait for 3 flashes and move over again, unless it dies first. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Move over to Charlie again. Can we get some more DPS, please? Oh, please. Alright, boss is going away. We're doing the regular way. Heal the white phantoms. DPS the red one. Any healers, just heal them up. Let's do it again. And again. Get ready to interrupt the boss whenever this is done.
North Misty Wraith needs healing. Please heal it.
Interrupt the boss. There you go, we did it. Now we just kill the boss. There's nothing else. GG easy. Bot diff.
Yay, okay, there are traps up ahead. So do not go ahead. There are traps up ahead. Alright. Someone brought perception, I think. If Tyark has percept. Okay, yeah, someone has percept. Okay, so percept guide is you can run to the center of this room. Okay, there's another trap in the vestibule here. Percept here. Carefully walk around this explosive trap. If you walk into it, many people Sad. Downstairs, the traps downstairs are required to complete the raid, so please do not walk into the traps. Please wait for them to appear percepted before you proceed. There's one in the doorway right here. So, yep, found. Second one, you can walk directly to the center square of this room. Percept for 3 more traps. Okay, all traps percept. Nicely done. Okay, and yeah, so it's Delta Party. If Delta Party is 7 out of 8, you can grab one of our DPS from A. I think we're probably going to send Misaki to Delta. So whoever's the leader of Delta, please invite Misaki. I'll try to put a marker on their head. Yeah, they're jumping right now. Please invite Misaki to the chain 3. Okay, seems like they got invited. Cool. Just gonna clear markers real quick. And then we also did have some excellence targets and stuff. Oh yeah, Shields got it. And for anyone who is using the magic battery, I assume you know deal, as everyone's gonna get a cure forecast at the countdown, then slot in their excellence. At that time, you can mimic that. Okay, actually, I just need to check real quick boss scaling. That is just to determine whether our solo griefer like just disconnected or actually left.
They did not come back and are not in voice chat anymore, so I think they're gone.
I don't see them in the party members list.
Probably. I mean, did they get kicked or did they? Just
I think
disappear?
the party member list, the adventure list should show everyone in the instance.
They
even if they're in-
disconnected right after the end of Queen's Guard.
Yeah, I think they're just gone.
Yep.
Okay, but anyway, in order to check, like we should be at 46% scaling right now, so I can just check like Trinity Avowed has 124,426,593 health in front of us, and 48% scaling is 127 million. Okay. So we're 97.7. All right, so we're at 47% scaling. So I think they're just disconnected from the instance. All right. I mean, I have the DRS scaling spreadsheet, so yeah. But otherwise, I'm using some technology to get the actual boss HP. All right, so just for the record, if we do have a low percent in rage, it's literally no one's fault, except for the people who left the instance and contributed nothing. Yeah, 47 is with the duelist gone, so yeah. All right, yeah, we'll be fine. All right, so anyway. Right. Yeah, for anyone who didn't take a break yet, I am posting some diagrams in Raid text chat, and just so you know, if you've seen this how to read ladders during arrows visual, it's very commonly used in all learning runs nowadays. That's been adopted into our resource list. The author of this graphic is actually in this raid here with us today. That is CTC Vanlin Clancy, responsible for making this beautiful TA arrow graphic. So if you read that and it helps you solve the bow phase ladder game, then you know who to thank. I can't believe that, I mean, he's normally like a Hades 2 and like Star Rail streamer, so I can't believe he actually resubbed this shit game to say hi and DRS. This is awesome. Alright. I know, it's hyper trail. Let's go. I feel like I saved some funny more. Maybe not. Maybe not with this character. Okay, but yeah. If anyone has Shell, Lost Shell 2, you can start applying that to the raid. That'll help us out as we closer to pull time. Okay, I think yeah, the Aurora Borealis mark found, so I'll just do normal mark. And then yeah, some quick explanations for Trinity Avowed. So yeah, this is a temperature boss. Mechanics wise, is probably the hardest personal mechanics that you have to resolve. This is also numerically the hardest DPS check in the instance. So we're gonna try to do as much damage as possible here. That is why, you know, the first two bosses were a warm-up, learning how to weave in our Cure 4 and Dervish. Now here's where it's gonna count. Here's also where, if there's other people bringing the cracked 6 HSEC bags, we're gonna start doing our double honored sacrifice openers. Sorry, I'm like sitting back in my chair. Here. Okay. So, but yeah, the important stuff to know about Trinity Avowed, there are some debuff mechanics that are exclusive to Savage Mode. So if you're not sure about where your debuffs are, they appear. They're little icons that appear next to Resurrection Restricted and Duties as Assigned. So the first one we're going to see is going to be a Forced March. So that is a little arrow. When that expires, you will lose control of your character and march in the indicated direction on your debuff a distance of 2 squares. So yeah, most of the time you're just going to be starting from the center square or from the center column, and you'll be marching to the safe place, or you'll be marching to resolve your temperature. Yeah. Right. So right, because the purpose of this boss is you need to resolve your temperature to neutral in order to survive. Right. So if you get like +2 cold, or sorry, -2 cold, then you need to get hit by a mechanic. You need to get hit by the opposite mechanic. +2 on in that case, in order to get back to neutral. You're not neutral by the end of the mechanic, you just fall. There's no like second chance, there's no like twice come ruin, you just die with the temperature. And since we are you know, likely seeing brands, I will go over that as well. So during the second half of the fight, after Trinity Avowed has acquainted us with the various weapon mechanics, the second half of the fight is Trinity Avowed spicing it up with another debuff called Elemental Brand. So this is a second temperature that gets applied to your character. It only appears in the debuff bar, so it's a little temperature bulb debuff. And basically when that expires, it applies to your character as if you got hit by that mechanic. Therefore, in order to resolve your temperature to neutral, you need to add up your temperature and brand and figure out what you need to get hit by to resolve this sum back to neutral. Or if you don't want to do math, another way I've heard it described, you need to resolve your overhead temperature opposite of your elemental brand. Yep. Right. So, yeah. Whatever kind of works for you. Right. But the important thing is you have 2 temperatures. You may have a temperature matching your brand. You may need to hit by 2 mechanics in a row. You may have a temperature opposite your brand, which means you're already neutral. You need to avoid getting hit by the mechanic. So, yeah, the 2 things there. So Swords phase is very different from normal mode. When Trinity Avowed pulls out a sword, that's like a half room cleave on one half of the boss. Except in Savage mode, it's a complete downtime mechanic. Trinity Avowed will summon 3 clones. They're all gonna slash at the same time. So you can see there's a video. That's the first video in raid chat, in raid text chat. That will that kind of displays what happens during the mechanic. But essentially, there's one square that is completely safe. That is not getting slashed by anything. I will call out the safe square. And then you need to go 1 space cardinal of the safe square to resolve your brand. That is 1 square north, south, west, or east. And so you need to walk into a slash until you get hit by the opposite temperature to resolve your debuff. You also have a second chance. The bosses slash again, so you can wait it out on the first one. If you're just very confused about what is happening, you can safe square. But by the end of the mechanic, you need to move your character into. You need to find the clone with the temperature that you need. You need to start at the safe square and move 1 square cardinal to move into the sword slash. So yeah, I know this sometimes gets folks. It might take a while to click. That is a-okay. And then the other mechanic that is quite complicated, is bow. So when Trinity Avowed pulls out the bow, same ladder game as in. However, there are no tracer lines to show you where the arrows will land. You need to solve it yourself. So when you see the arrow that you need on the back wall, you need to trace it down yourself with your finger, with your mouse, whatever pointing device you have. Just find your arrow and trace it down. It takes every turn that it can on the way to the boss. And yeah, that's also what the visual raid text chat is trying to describe, how to actually solve that for yourself. So again, there's no tracer line, you have to solve it for yourself. And also, if you do not need to get hit by anything, very late into the fight, if we see the second set of bow mechanics, in order to get hit by nothing, you simply treat the empty space as an arrow and follow that down. So you do not need to solve 4 arrows or anything and like cancel out to figure out the remaining spot. You just find the arrow that find the space with no arrow in it, follow it down. That is the neutral spot where you don't need to get hit by anything. Yeah, but that's only if your brand and temperature already. Okay, and then finally, be very careful with raising. So stuff like Combat Lost Arise or Healer Limit Break 3, you do not want to use that unless you know it's safe to do so. That is, you want to use it in between mechanics. If a temperature is out and you raise people, they will probably just die because there's may be no way for them to solve the mechanic. They were raised in the middle of it. And then, yeah, like Healer LB3, if we see it, Limit Break will be reserved for healers. Yeah, the specific timing for this fight is after the 5th. So I will call that out, but you do not want to use it like early. That may get a lot of people killed. Right. Okay, that's about all I have to say. The rest is just going to be feel it with your body. So if you're ready, then get onto the back half of this Charlie Waymark. Be very careful not to pull the boss. If you go onto the front half of this tile, you will pull the boss. And as we do have a magic battery, have right, Zavrian is going to wait until the countdown begins to slot in their Cure 4. So we have people doing action swaps at the last minute before the boss gets pulled. Yeah, behind the purple line, if you still need Shell, yeah, Shell will help you survive the damage. Like, yeah, Demi definitely wants Shell here. Okay, right, and yeah, and again, Cure 4 casters, not only is Cure 4 the foundation of your damage, it's also going to be really useful. This fight does so much damage. So actually, so we have Shell. 1 tank per party is also going to be slotting in Lost Ether Shield to mitigate the raid wides. Finally, our Cure 4 casters are going to be using Cure 4 to heal up our parties before, during, and after the raid wides. If you have a fresh plate of Cure 4, now is a good time to slot that in. It's a very damage-intensive fight. It's a damage-intensive fight in the Please make sure that you keep your party healed. Okay. Just waiting for a sign of life from Syntax, and then we will begin countdown. Okay, alright. Alright, countdown will be going out shortly. Watch out for Zavrian to slot Excellence before you do your mimics. Hopefully we have people actually mimic. Okay, counting down. And tank stance check. Food check. Apply some raid food. The vitality will help you survive the raid wides. Again, Feint, Addle, Reprisal, and Dismantle are going to be very useful to mitigate the raid wides. Called Glory of Bozja. Okay, Zavrian is good to mimic now, so casters taking advantage of that, please do. And we're going to give it a shot. Okay, tanks up front. Tanks go north and stack with Fakuda for a shared tank buster. Alright, shared buster, and the next thing that happens is a raid wide. Ether Shield, raid wide, mitigate. Feint, Addle, Reprisal. And Cure 4 casters heal up your party. Next, we're going into the arsenal. We're going to see some weapon mechanics. We're going to be away from the boss at the flash of light. Away from the boss. Point blank AoE. Away now. Okay, then we're going to be behind the boss. Behind the boss. Boss is faced north. Be behind the boss. It's going to be swords first. Be in front of the boss. Get in front of the boss now. This is actually like the best possible pattern for an any prog. Be in front of the boss. In front of the boss. In front of the boss. This is based on any prog. Okay, anyway, this is swords, right? So it's gonna be one space safe. You need to go one space intercardinal, or sorry, one space cardinal, that is north, south, east, or west, to resolve your temperature. So boss is going untargetable. You have your temperature. Figure it out. The safe square is 2. 2 is not getting slashed by anything. One space cardinal to resolve your debuff. If you're intercardinal of 2, then you're dead. Safe square is 2. Okay. The safe square is 4. 4 is safe. If you bounced, then please pop another re-raiser if you still have one. And when we return to the boss, there will be another raid wide. Alright, and our Ether Shield raid wide mitigate. Yeah, do not go AFK. We have people trying to combat a rise. And yeah, okay. Make sure to cure 4 as soon as you back up and get your party healed up. Gonna be away from the boss at the flash of light. And away from the boss now. We have a 2-minute burst window here. So it's Fun of Power, Honored Sacrifice. Hit it. So you have a temperature. No brands. You're getting a forced march. So stack up in the center of the arena at 3. You're pointing your forced march to one of the corners of the arena in order to resolve your temperature. So there's meteors dropping. Right, stack up for some shields and heals. After these drop, that's a good time to use Cure 4. Point your forced march to the meteor that you need. You're marching in 1 GCD. Return to the boss. And, try to heal up your party. Ether Shield, raid wide, mitigate. Damn, it felt like that raid wide was casting in slow motion. Alright, the boss is going to recenter. We're going to be south of 3. Going to be south of the boss. Behind the boss. Behind the boss is safe. Be south of 3. Behind the boss. And then tanks, we're going to stack up front. Yeah, okay. We got plenty of damage. This is a shared tank buster. Pop a mitigate. Pop a mit. Check your forced march. We're getting forced march from the center column to either Bravo or Delta. Check your forced march. We're getting forced march away from the column of fire. Forced march to Bravo. Point your forced march to Bravo from the center column. Okay. Coming up is arrows. Again, you have to solve this yourself. You have to find the arrow that you need and trace it down. Also, I didn't pay attention, but it seems like we didn't have any firewalkers. That was pretty cool. Nice job. Okay, find your arrow and follow it down. Downtime is just perfectly fine here. Just respect it. Arrows are firing in 1 second. Okay, and there's also a burst window here. Ether Shield, raid wide, mitigate. And point the boss towards center, please. Point the boss towards the 3 marker. Okay, we're going to be in front of the boss here. In front of the boss. In front of the boss is safe. Boss is pointed towards center. Jesus. Yeah, damage is really good, actually. We're, like, almost skipping brands here. But we're going to see it. Also, I think our combat arisers are going nuts. So, that's awesome. Okay, we have an elemental brand now. This mechanic is going off. To check what you need to get hit by, you may need to get twice. You may need to resolve your temperature and then your brand. But basically, add them up. Boss is going untargetable. Remember, you need one space cardinal of 4. 4 is safe. You need 1 space cardinal of 4 to resolve your temperature. 4 is safe. Okay. Second chance. There's another sword swing. You may still need... 2 is safe. The safe spot is 2. 2 is not getting slashed by anything. If you still need to resolve your temperature, 1 space cardinal of 2. Alright, so I'm just going to trust in the Arise, and we're just going to kill the boss here. Alright, so Ether Shield raid wide, mitigate. And use LB3 if you have it. Actually, yeah, we don't have LB3. Actually, I can't tell. That was probably an LB2. Without a duelist. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah, if we had a strong duelist. Yeah.
And a live duelist.
Yeah, I mean, sword is one of those things where, I mean, I guess I should probably make it more clear that, like, you can watch the video and that will kind of bring the pattern. Sort of like, you have to move in the edges of the plus shape to save, or to resolve your temperature. I think people are just kind of following the crowd for that. Okay. We'll do a quick arise check, but I just have a feeling that, we have a lot of arise. Okay, the rest of the instance from here probably take about 30 minutes. Try to keep it to that. Okay. Yep, and then, right, okay, and then the other thing is, yeah, once we get all our dead folks up, we need to unlock the secret encounter. So, we defeated Trinity Avowed. In normal mode, the next boss is the Queen. In Savage, there's another encounter in between. So, after we finish getting our terrible Arise luck out of our systems... By the way, yeah, it's a 15% chance only if used by a healer with Spirit of the Divine. 15% chance according to the best data that we have. If it's your first time making it this far into DRS, or this is your first time in DRS, first time clearing Trinity Avowed, please head south. Please go back to the the antechamber where we were before, because there is a very special trap. So if you notice one of these like pink traps, that wasn't there in normal mode. So this is the Savage exclusive gimmick. And yeah, so you can target yourself. You want to get close to this trap because you want to get hit by it. Don't set it off just quite yet. If you target yourself and just touch circles to the trap, that will be definitely close enough to get hit. You can touch like the tip of your targeting ring. That is also. And at the end of the countdown, we will trigger the trap. 3, 2, 1, in. And then run all the way past and back across the arena. Right, so that was the mini trap. You're small now. I think that's pretty cute. I don't know, as far as 4A gimmicks go, I guess it's kind of cool. Oh yeah, if you still have Limit Break 2, this is a good time for like Healer LB2. I like Healer LB2. It looks like Dice LB. Yay, okay. Okay, so our small folks continue just pushing on up ahead. And so one small folk will make it through the gate and unlock the door. Go down the stairs, and down the stairs there are traps. So actually, yeah, so don't go forward even a step because there are traps. But yeah, there's still an unexploded trap. So I'd be very careful if you're hugging the right wall. God. Where the hell? Where the hell is the trap? Okay, so for example, there's probably a trap on the 1 marker. There's no trap on the 2 marker. There's no trap on the 3 marker. Oh, never mind. Poison. Oh shit, there are 2 more bombs. Crap. I hope you have an antidote. Yeah. Oh my god. What are we even doing here? What are we even doing here? Let's fucking go. Just face roll the traps. Woo!
I think everybody bounced that.
I don't know how Fapuda didn't hit the trap on the right. That is X-Files theme. That's crazy. Okay, anyway, we popped all the traps, so we're safe now. For all those who lost their re-raisers and bounce, thank you for your sacrifice. Yeah, bridge trap is gone. We actually blew that one up. Okay. All right. So a quick Arise check. So in Raytex chat, I just have please post in shout chat the number of plates of Lost Arise that you have, mainly for healers. Full plates of Lost Arise you have in your holster, as well as if you have partial plate currently slotted. Please let me know how many raise resources we have left. Okay, and then yeah, I did also assign some stuff. We'll have a couple more dispellers. Okay. Ooh, 6, 8, 11 full plates. Let's go. We got 8 plates. Okay, it seems like we have a lot of plates of Arise. I think we're gonna be fine. So, yeah. Reason why Lost Arise is really good. It's a really efficient action in terms of like if you bring a re-raiser, well, it's like 11 point something raises, or like weight per life per raise, and then Arise is like 6 over 0.75. It's 8 weight per raise, so it's just an insanely efficient action. Really good to bring a lot of, and it just lets us have a lot more comfort and just kind of screw around and chill. Okay. Yeah, we're okay. We're comfy. So just real quick, can I have the tanks who signed up for Minnow? Oh, these are very good setup markers. Hang out on the 1, 2, 3, and 4 marker. So yeah, like syntax here. Yeah, syntax. Oh yeah, I'm not actually taking it. We got 4. We got 2. We got 1. We got 3. If I could also have Nunu here, Nunu Moglin. You'll be standing with syntax error. You'll be backup tank, trap sweep, explain what you do, and Venez is also perfect. Backup tank and trap sweep for Kuro. All right, and then yeah, we got B for Beflect. Actually, could I have all healers between the Bravo and Delta mark? Delta, if you can use Lost Dispel for this encounter. Yeah, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. We have enough healers in that case to dispel. Yeah. Okay. Right. So yeah. Welcome to Stig. Sigma Lock Lord is. Oh, Lorianne is also here. You can. I guess you could sweep for her Hades if you want, or you can just kind of like hang out and be the special agent ready to take over at point in time. Yeah. Right, so main boss, not very dangerous. It doesn't have a lot of difficult or scary mechanics. The sadistic twist to this fight is that there's an ads phase at 70%, which is rather involved. So, as I said, there are ads. Our tanks will be handling the ads. They're a total of 4. And their auto attacks give stacks of Twice Come Ruin. So they need to be kited around the arena. So that is tanks Hex 1, Hex 2, Hex 3, and Hex 4. Will be taking aggro of their Stigimlock Monk at the start of the ads phase, and taking it out towards the outer ring of the arena. Right now, it's kind of hard to see, but during the ads phase, most of the arena is going to be a death wall. There's just going to be outer ring that's safe and an inner ring that's safe. So you can tell where the ring is by the color, the lighter colored pattern of tiling. Like I'm sort of tracing one of the rings right now. There's another one on the inside. That's where the healers are going to be at. So only the healers, only the reflectors and dispellers will be on the inner ring. Everyone else is going to be on the outer ring ads. Yeah. So all right, and I'll talk just shortly about reflect and dispel. But so our ad kiters 5 and 7. So you are the backup tank in case the main tank goes down. You'll be responsible for provoking that ad and making sure that it continues going clockwise, or separating it for whatever reason. And additionally, about 15 seconds into the ads phase, the monks are going to cast Entrapment and plant a trap. A total of 4 traps around the outer ring of the arena. So only the cardinal notches will be safe, where the numbered markers are now. Everywhere else, there's a trap somewhere in the ring. So tanks 5 and 7, you will sweep the trap by activating your invuln, activating sprint, and running a quarter lap ahead of your main tank. So you start out, you're following them. You're basically standing on top of them and shadowing them, right? But when that entrapment casts, you need to run ahead of them to pop the trap. So at that point, you'll use your home gang. Yeah, I guess it's both warriors. So yeah, home gang, sprint, and then run quarter lap clockwise to the next numbered marker. You should run into exactly one trap, survive. Actually, yeah, if we have another tank, then I guess we can assign one for Buddha. Oh, Vanlin. Okay, I'll just put a number on Vanlin. How could I forget? Vanlin loves phase. Okay.
Wait, just to check, what am I doing?
I mean, I don't know. You're going east, and then
East,
super traps, or I don't know. You can negotiate with Buddha if you want to kite the ad.
What do you want? Chaos or?
I'll leave it to you. Just stream content. So.
I'll kite it. I'll kite the ad.
Okay. All right. East ad. Okay. Yeah. 6. All right. Man, Buddha's just getting shoved out of his role as main tank. Their role as main. Okay. All right. Anyway, on the Bravo and Charlie marker, so our dispellers. So there are balls of fire and balls of earth in the middle ring that we're dealing with. So we just need to destroy them. Balls of fire are destroyed with reflect. So if you have light curtain, when you see the ball of fire, you're gonna press your light curtain and stand on top of it. If you see another healer already standing on the ball of fire, you can just leave it to them. You don't spend your own light curtain. But basically, if you're next to a ball of fire, you also need to press your light curtain, or else it will one-shot you. It has quite a large radius. It doesn't match up with the animation, but it's gonna blow up on you. So make sure you are reflecting if you're a ball of fire. Otherwise, dispellers. The ball of earth, they have a stone skin. You just need to dispel the stone skin. Massive absorb, unknown size. It has never been broken. Yeah, and then, right, just dot them, or put a glare on it, or ruin 2 or something. Yeah, just hit the ball of earth once it's dispelled. And yeah, syntax is tank 1 north. Right, so you'll just be pulling that ad out towards the north ring, and then slowly kiting it clockwise. You can stand like 1.5 notches in front of it or something about. And right, if they go too close to the center Minotaur, they'll speed up and whack you. If they get close to another Minotaur for any reason, also speed up and start rampaging. Okay, cool. Right, and then finally for everyone else, for everyone actually, regardless of role, there's a debuff mechanic. So oh yeah. Lorian posted. I'll post a couple more graphics. This one without the French alcove vocabulary. This one's just it's been Americanized to Notch, and yeah. So the idea here is that it's a 2-part mechanic. First, the Minotaur is going to scream and grant you a debuff. The debuff either has lines going towards the Minotaur. That is the Minotaur is sucking in spaghetti. That is a draw in. So you start in an outer notch, and then the Minotaur will suck you in at the resolution cast. It will suck you in. So you start outside, and then the Minotaur pulls you in. And if you start at an outer notch, you'll be safe. So if you're not in a notch at all, then you'll get pulled too far. You'll get pulled into the death wall. Yeah, and then right, the opposite debuff with the guy getting knocked down like the stairs or like pink cloud push out whatever. Guy falling backwards, that is a push out debuff. So the opposite of draw in, you need to start close to the Minotaur, and the Minotaur is going to blow you away and push you out. So, and if you're confused about, actually, can I have all the vets just stack in like the inner notch for a sec, and we can make a pile of bodies, just demonstrate. Yeah, so you see how we're like there are a bunch of people stacked in a tight location. Like, it'll become a lot clearer when the ad phase actually begins, but this is a notch. And so this little extra piece of space on the ring is what will allow you to survive the debuff mechanic, as you'll get pushed all the way into the notch on the opposing side. Right. Okay. Yeah, and the last thing is, we are using lost actions on this fight. We are not using them in the opener. Boss is like a big weenie baby, and he doesn't do anything dangerous. However, when the ads phase begins, we need to kill the ads with extreme prejudice. So the first one that gets pulled south, Kuro Tengoku, is going to be on the ball. As soon as the boss jumps 70% HP, Kuro is going to turn on their tank stance and provoke the Minnow, that south monk to the 3 marker, and begin kiting it. But in the meantime, the entire raid should be here at the 3 marker, and we just need to pull it up as fast as possible. Because the faster that we can kill the first 2 Minotaurs, the safer the ads phase. So yeah, if we can kill the first ad and then the second ad by the time entrapment is done casting, we're basically in the clear. Okay, and all right, that's all. If you're ready, please get into the notch where you need to stand for the sucky spaghetti debuff, the draw in debuff. Okay, damn, I'm yapping on this boss. I just can't help it. I was traumatized in my early DRS career from dying to this ads phase many times, so I just have to explain it in its entirety every time. Alright, we're going. Again, no bursts, no lost actions in the opener. I guess like Cure for Bravery is okay. Don't use anything with a cooldown longer than 60 seconds. So, because you want to save your juice for the ads phase, to burn it down. Here, you just build up gauge for the ads phase. That's what you do. And we're actually going to see one of his most dangerous attacks right at the start. Or I guess it's only dangerous in combination with other moves. So first up is a Tank Buster. Of course, that's just a Tank Buster. It's very dangerous. It does do a little bit of damage. There's going to be a knockback soon, so please get towards the boss. To be close, press your knockback immunity. Press your knockback immunity and dodge whack. It's easier to do. Boss. Knockback immunity. Yep, and then dodge these whacks out of them. This is the most dangerous mechanic that it does, really. In combination with other moves. Forces you to go out and then... Okay, 70%, watching 70%, 70%. Far away from the boss, very far away. Big swing. Way out. And also, adds tanks 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn on your tank stance. And get ready to grab your Minotaur. Healers to the middle ring, everyone else to the 3-way mark. DPS to the 3-way mark. Use your lost actions and blow this shit up. This monk needs to die. Okay, and then return to the 3-way mark. Return to the 3-way mark. Range, just keep on bursting that down. There's a trap in that yellow area, so do not go into the hallway area. Alright. And now it's safe to go. Debuffs are coming out soon. Check your debuffs, they're resolving right now. Do your word. Get into the correct notch. Get into the correct notch. Do your word. Spaghetti to the outside. Do your word. Okay. And now we beat up the remaining ads. Get into a notch. Get into any notch. Any notch is safe. Oh god. Just a little bit of chaos. Just a little bit of chaos. Okay, get out of the stuff on the ground. Don't get clipped. And yeah, continue reflecting those balls of fire and so on. Good job. Good job. Another ball of earth. Make sure you kill that ball of earth. The cleanest ads phase imaginable. Maybe. Okay. We can get a provoke on the boss. This is a raid wide. Sorry, I mean, I have too much anti-beam protection. How hard I tell people to hold lost actions. Okay, rapid bolts. Take these puddles away, probably. Second set we can be funny. And make sure you move out of them as well. Drop it. Big swing next. Get far away from the boss. Far away. Very far away. Max casting range is safe. And no matter what they tell you, you can actually be in range to gap close. Not too close. So, whatever. Rapid bolts, same idea here. I think it's really funny if you build the wall, but I don't know. We don't have... Scary. Okay, Rapid Bolt. Crushing Hoof is next. It's a proximity. Get away from the Crushing Hoof. Not too far. About half the arena away. Because you need to get close after this to dodge whack. Get close up and dodge 3 whacks. So I wasn't kidding. This is the most dangerous move that the boss does. Make sure you dodge whack. Oh, and also try to build some gauge. It's going to be a Buster coming up next. Probably not going to go off. Okay, let's raise our dead. So yeah, please do not go ahead. Please do not pop the cutscene. Find it a little bit annoying when the cutscene is triggered and we still have people on the ground. Not a matter of clearing the instance, it is a matter of just interrupting what we were in the middle of. A little chaos as a treat. You know, I think, yeah, like, chaos is when the South Minotaur does not die. That's... If the South, like, because the reason why I was specifically like, yeah, just drag the South Minotaur south is, yeah, if we kill that South Minotaur, then we're starting off on the correct foot. just a little chaos. Of course, I wasn't watching the tanks, maybe something. Also, I don't know how Millie died. Out here, just like Ace TA, Ace Queen's Guard, Ace Trinity Seeker. I don't know what happened on the middle ring. That's how this boss is. That's how this boss is. Oh, Millie was gonna remove my re-raiser so we buff caps. Yeah. So like something you have heard me say is use like Feint, Addle, Reprisal, and Dismantle to mitigate damage. Those are boss side mitigation. We have a little bit more leeway with this because there's also, oh yeah, we have all death resolves. Yeah, pick up your loot, the body token. Right. So, but like there's like a buff cap of 30 total beneficial and detrimental effects that can be on your character at any time. And as soon as you reach 30, no more new beneficial buffs will apply, which can cause you to miss buffs that actually increase your damage. Okay. All right, we got a cutscene. Enjoy the cutscene. Oh wait, posted the same macro twice. That's the wrong one. Okay, if Raffi has markers that you want to use to call super chests, like shadow calling, then feel free to pick, and I will just use those to call. Yes, and again, okay, yeah, welcome to the final boss. So I think all the cutscenes are finished up. We made it to the end. So, oh yeah, damage has been pretty good. So unless a catastrophe happens, we'll be good. Actually, yeah, let me just check again. 119 million health. Yeah, yeah, behind the purple line if you need shell. Once you have shell, you can cross the purple line. I'm just gonna quickly do some math. Like a big nerd. Actually, I can just directly read off the boss. Yeah, we're still at 47% scaling. 119 billion HP. Whatever. You know, the funny thing is, if that Templar healer comes back after we kill the queen, they still get the mount. What can you do? Probably just whatever. Williams watching over us, the power of Williams' gaze is actually increasing the scaling of the boss by +1. That's true. They do have to reconnect before the timer runs out. All right, so excellence for Queen. Physical excellence is going to appear when the countdown begins. Right now, Eluin is marked with Chain 3. When the countdown begins, Eluin will cast Dervish and then replace Dervish with Lost Excellence. After the countdown begins, when you can. But anyway, let's not worry about that. Oh, Rafi isn't Shadow. The Carter markers. Okay, sure. Your choice of markers. I should get some practice. Actually, the crosshair markers I can use to call. I sort of like these markers. I think because I don't have to look at a corner call. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, all right. We have tanks marked 1, 2, and 3. So depending on how many busters we see, we may very well just skip Super Chest 2, so we won't see the third buster. However, it's going to be buster order, so basically, the tank buster called Cleansing Slash has 2 hits, and each hit applies a lot of debuffs, like Doom, like Physical, Vulnerability, and Bleed. All of them can be ignored if you zero out the damage. One way to easily do that is with Super Bolide or Hallowed Ground. So, for example, Faputa will hold the boss until the first Cleansing Slash casts. They will invul in 2 hits, and then Kuro Tengoku will provoke. Hold it until the second tank buster. At the second tank buster, Kuro will do the same thing, invul in 2 slashes, after which Hades will provoke the boss and hold it for the rest of the fight. And yeah, if you see the third buster, then of course Hades invuls it. Since they don't have any debuffs, they can continue tanking it. Doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, if you're out of re-raises, then yeah, if you see like a new person in your party, is a good time to get it from someone who lost re-raise. You can apply it to people who do not have the re-raise buff act. Okay. Other than that, yeah, if you dispelled during the previous encounter, you're also going to be dispelling here. This is also the encounter where you're going to use a maximum 2 light curtain. So, yeah, light curtains will keep you safe for the encounter bar mechanic in this fight. That is shortly after Super Chest 1, or after we push the boss to 50%. I don't think we're skipping. So, yeah, the encounter bar is going to appear at 95%, and when it dings to 100, that is reflect and dispel. So, in order to be safe, we need to press our light curtain to reflect the ball lightnings. It's going to be safety square again. I will move away from the ball lightning. If you do not have a light curtain or you do not have reflect active during that mechanic, you need to get away from the ball lightning, because they're going to pulse like an AoE in a moderate size. It's going to deal lethal damage, and if you bounce, it'll kill you again if the orb isn't reflected by them. So, safety square, if in doubt, square is going to be safe for like almost all mechanics, unless it's like a Queen's Guard mechanic where it's like tethers to wind and non-tethers to lightning or something. Safety square. And what else? Yeah, like dispel mechanic. At the same time, the Queen gains 4 buffs that need to be dispelled. So our dispellers will just move to safety first, and then keep dispelling the boss until all 4 buffs are dispelled. You can also like move into the bubble and then quickly dispel. Yeah. Right. Yeah, and then finally I'll just explain Super Chests, my Super Chest callouts. So your responsibility during Super Chests is that first the Queen is going to cast Queen's Edict. Everyone is going to gain 2 debuffs, 2 movement edicts, and go untargetable. So you can count up the numbers on your movement edicts as, it's either 2+3, 2+4, or 3+4. So your total is going to be 5, 6, or 7. And depending on your total, you have a different starting safe square. So that is, for example... Oh yeah, actually I should explain how I'm using it. So, actually, screw it. I'm also calling on the right-hand side. So let's say, I'll say something to myself like back is safe, wall is safe. So in that case, in order to call out safe spots, it'll sound something like 5s to D3, 6s to D4, and 7s to C4. So you kind of look at the markers here. like at the intersection of the delta column and the 4 row, where the square is jumping, that is D4, for example. And you know, here's C4, Charlie 4, as the intersection of the Charlie column and the 4. Or you know, it might even be something like 5s to 3, 6s to the left of that, 7s to the left of that. So you know, if you just hear the number, just go directly to the square. But basically, the idea is the movement edict tells you how many spaces you have to move in one step to be safe. And in order to solve this, you just need to start in the correct location. Once your debuff applies, you need to march down the safe column, which I will call out. And then that movement edict will finish. You're in a safe column, and then your second movement edict starts, and you walk it all the way to the safe square. Safe square is just a very obvious glowing tile, either at the very north or south end of the either the one tile or the tile is going to be safe. We're going to start opposite of the safe tile and march the distance of our movement edicts there. These resolve one at a time. You're just resolving one movement edict's worth of movement. It means if you're walking more than 4 spaces, that is definitely wrong. But yeah, so you see dots above your head, and you walk until you run out of dots, and you stop there. You see a line above your head. You got doomed. You need to go back a space to appease the queen. Okay. Right. All right. If you still need shell, be behind the purple line. Once you have shell, please cross the purple line and head to the Charlie 4 tile, the C4 tile, if you're ready. Okay. All right. So again, Eluin is going to slot in their excellence at near the start of the countdown. And oh yeah, tank stance check. Fakuda has got it on. We are now counting down. 30 seconds on the board. Do not early pull the boss. We have people with mimic slotted. Okay, there's Dervish. Physical players, you can now mimic Eluin. Excellence. And let's get ready to beat up the boss. There we go. First thing is a raid wide. Just group up for healing and mitigation. Here, mitigate this. Raid wide. Their shield. Cure Force heal up your party. Then we're going into murder chests. Alright, so this is just completely follow triangle mechanic. North row unsafe, middle row unsafe. Okay, Charlie column unsafe, middle column unsafe. We're hoping to go west or north. North Wind's glow is forcing us to the east. Downtime. We're heading to like Delta 2. Square is safe. Or just not in the middle, not on the middle row. On the black tiles is safe. Okay, and then middle column is safe. Middle column. If you don't go all the way to the middle column, you'll get cleaved. Alright, good enough. That is the scariest mechanic in the instance. Here's the tank buster. Fapuda's got the invul. Wait for 2 slashes. And tank 2 can provoke. And Ether Shield, raid wide. Faint Addle Reprisal, dismantle. And then we're going into Super Chest. So again, here, we're adding up our debuffs. Your debuffs will add up to 5, 6, or 7. The dots. Okay, we're headed south, and back is safe. Wall is safe. 5s to D3, 6s in the corner, 7s to C4. 5s to D3, 6s to D4, 7s to C4. 5s to Delta 3, 6s to Delta 4, and 7s to Charlie 4. The wall is safe. We're marching down the Delta column. Once you run out of dots, stop. If you see a line over your head, move back a space. Nice. And then we're going to end up in the safe square. If you screwed up the count, then that's okay. Just try to re-raise in safe square. All right, and then we have a burst window here. Pop all your, lost actions again. 2 minutes. All right, and this is a massive raid wide. Again, this is Ether Shield, Faint Adel Reprisal, Dismantle. And coming up next is Reflect and Dispel. So open your bag, open your Lost Finds holster, and get ready to click on your light curtain. You do not have it on your bar. And Square is going to be safe. Dispellers, get ready to dispel. And light curtain users, get ready to use the light curtain. Curtains, pop your light curtain now and dispel the boss. Safety square, and curtains. Get into a bubble. Any bubble is safe. Get into a bubble. Boss is dispelled. Nice job. All right, and then the Queen's Guard are going to come back for more. It's all the same mechanics that we did all the way back at the second boss. So this is Tethers to Wind, Non-Tethers to Lightning, followed by Show Your Hole to the Gunner. The Gunner is on B2. You can check out the Gunner. You'll need to show your hole to the Gunner and then to a turret on the wall. So if you just got tethered then you're going to Swirly Wind Puddles. Also, south is safe. Head south. Tethers to Wind and Non-Tethers to Lightning. Tethers to Wind and Non-Tethers to Lightning. Point your hole to the Gunner at the northwest. Point your hole now. And turn to face a turret on the wall. Point your hole to face a turret on the wall. Alright. Nice. We've got a living tank. There's a tank buster here, so go ahead and invuln that. Press your hallowed ground. Okay, coming up is Relentless Play 2. So do not burst. Just kind of build up gauge for your next burst window here. The boss is going untargetable. Alright, so this is again a follow triangle mechanic. It's favorite shield omen. Remember the hard pattern. So we're just going to get knocked back perpendicular to the Knight Tether, away from the side that the Queen is slashing. This is an easy pattern. Follow square. Right around the 2 marker is safe. And then sort of the Tethered Clones. Tethered Clones swing. We actually skipped this mechanic. So check out where the Queen is. Alpha. Go all the way to Alpha. Pop Sprint if you need to. Alpha is safe. And we got a burst window here. So Potion, Lost Actions. And use it or lose it. Ether Shield, raid wide, mitigate. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna see both super chests. But yeah, damage is really good. Alright, so this is exactly the same mechanic. We may see a different pattern. We're headed north. And back is safe. Wall is safe. 5s to A2. 6s to A1. And 7s to B1. 5s to A2. 6s to A1 in the corner. And 7s to B1. Yeah. 5s to A1. Or sorry, yeah. 5s to A2. 5s to A2. Alright, we're marching down the alpha column. So once you run out of dot stop, if you see a line above your head, move back a space. If you got Doom, then you move too far. And we're going to end up in the safe square. Okay, so Limit Break is charging pretty soon. Healers, if you have dead people in your party, you can use Limit Break to pick them back up as soon as it charges. So yeah, boss is pretty low. Also, there's a tank buster here, so make sure you invuln that. And yeah, we'll try to just wait for the LBs to go off before you finish killing the boss. It's at like 2%. So please just hold for a hot sec, and then that's like everyone up that I think we can get up, right? One more. Alright, kill the boss, kill the boss. Yeah, we did it! Good old late night clear. Damn, OnlyFans in my chat like hit me up for wipe here. Dude, you think I'm gonna wipe? I've never wiped slimes. Ever. famously never happened. Not really. Okay. Yay, we did it! And then, yeah. Congratulations to all our first time clears. Savage Queen of Swords won. And, yeah, so associated with that achievement is a mount drop. Cerberus. So, but yeah, but first, before that happens, enjoy your cutscene. We're gonna arise the rest of our dead folks. And take a picture by the tree. Yeah, oh yeah, thanks for volunteering for Color Prog and leading Golems to victory as well. Rafi Lebojanam. And if you're interested in more DRS, Rafi is actually doing their first host. First, like, you know, full, no, call it. No, like, yeah, Rafi's like putting up the PF and hosting. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. So that is happening tomorrow morning. Yeah, I mean, you became a real host the moment you like asked for hosts. So, but yeah, you're doing a great job on callouts. So yeah, good luck on the wrong tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll be awake in your walls. But yeah, anyway, we're doing good. We're doing good. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is pretty late. So, actually, I think there's actually another Lego Steppers run